imagine you're looking forward to breaking the Miami win streak. That's first and foremost on your mind.
Yes, sir. That one, the last year, last year when we played them, that one hurt because that was a game we should have won. It was a 1-point game. We ended up losing in the final seconds of the game, and you go home after a loss like that and you remember it the whole year. So we're definitely ready to get back out there and got to beat these guys. So this is going to get us bowl eligible, and so we've got a lot of motivation going into this game.
My recollection, I think, is that you went out in that game, and then Bruce had to come in and not play really, and things kind of unfolded. You guys have been handling them, and then things kind of is that how you recall the?
Yeah, we were pretty successful for the first 3 or 4 series. Then I think I went out probably the 4th or 5th series, and that's just it tends to happen when you don't get as much reps. The second string, and we had been playing with the same guys for the first part of that season until the Miami game, and we had gotten pretty comfortable with each other, and really it's kind of like we kind of fell apart, like the wheels just fell off a little bit, and they started making some successful plays against us, and we still held them close. The guys stepped up and went in there, but yeah, I hate that I had to go out for that one.
I imagine you expect them to try to get the running game going, so open up their passing game.
Yeah, they're obviously going to try to be as multi-dimensional as they can. But yeah, we're going to come in there and try to stop the run, and if we can do that, I think we'll be pretty successful, make them one-dimensional.
Can you think of like a play or a call or something something that now it's kind of become second nature to you, that maybe at the beginning of the season, like you remember against Alcorn State or USF or whomever, that it was just, you look back and like, wow, we've come so far.
Yeah, I think towards the first, during camp, we really focused on our weak reduction calls, which is just that's our base defense, and then and now I think we've become familiar with our weak and strong. I think it's strong a little bit more now compared to the first of the season. So, and I think it helps us be a little bit more unpredictable with where we're bringing our rush from. So, but yeah, I think that's one of the calls. And we've put blitzes in here and there, and some of them are more successful than the others. But I think we've got a pretty good package going in for this week. So, pretty excited to see how it turns out.
It seemed like you had a lot of success mixing the zone and showing blitz and then dropping back with yourself and some of the defensive linemen, particularly Henry on the interception. Do you feel like that's something that you guys needed to kind of master a little bit better here?
Yeah, with our odd front, we're able to show certain things that may look like a blitz and end up being a coverage, and vice versa. We may show zone and come at you. So I think from a disguise standpoint and being able to throw the offense off guard a little bit from where we're lining up and what our looks look like, it's helped us tremendously.
Do you feel like you're starting to understand what the reasoning behind the calls now versus just kind of absorbing them and trying to execute?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Last week against North Carolina, we played a lot of cover 8 to cloud the field, and to stop their screen games, because that's all they were running before us. And they hadn't seen a defense, they hadn't seen an odd front like us, 3-4, true 3-4 like us all year long. So we kind of threw them a curveball, having 2 stand-up outside linebackers, which pretty much eliminated the screens for them. So yeah, I forgot what the question was.
It was about it was about understanding why Nate's making calls versus.
Yeah, and it's all coming together once you can see. That's where I was going with that. Once you can see, how it affects offenses and what we do that causes them to change their play and it makes them predictable. If we can eliminate certain things that they're doing, then there's only so many other things that they can do from what we've seen. So, but yeah, I think for me, compared to in camp and this past spring and just being introduced to the defense, I was kind of like, man, this is pretty different. But now I'm pretty comfortable with it, and I think guys are catching on too, just as much. So I think, and the more that we understand, and the more that we can realize what our individual responsibility is within the defense, the more successful we'll be.
Do you feel like you've done a better job this year taking the quarterback out of his comfort zone, not standing back there and picking you apart, having him to, move out of that pocket and everything?
Oh, absolutely. We've done a really good job. I mean, Henri is absolutely killing it right now. I don't even know how many sacks he had. He's getting a lot of good rushes on the quarterback, and we're able to do that because we're moving so much up front, and we're moving different ways, and the offense can only block it only a couple ways, and if they get it wrong, then we're in the backfield. So with that being said, yeah, I mean, I think we've gotten a lot more pressure on the quarterback, which is in turn help us on the back end of it with our coverage. So yeah, I mean, and with me, yeah, I mean, I'm blitzing the quarterback a lot more, even on regular downs. Not even when a blitz is called, I'm able to call my own. So
I guess those stand-up linebackers like Charlie are really getting a lot of pressure too now.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
learn more about what they're supposed to be doing.
well, they are, because we can come either way, and I think towards the first of the season we had more of a bigger body playing our jack linebacker, and now we've got two identical guys, so playing jack and stinger, so we're able to come from either way and it be unpredictable.
What's impressed you most about Henri? I mean, the production speaks for itself,
Mm-hmm.
but what's really kind of impressed you about what he's doing right now on the field and
I mean,
off?
Henri's an impressive person in general. I mean, oh my gosh, he's a great human being, and that's something that if you don't see his off the field manner and the way he carries himself off the field, you can only judge him by what you see on the field. But I want people to know that this kid is awesome. The thing is he can make 100 tackles, and he can come in Monday just, well, all right, he's just Henri. He's not a big head. Got a lot of humility about himself, and that's what makes him a special player to me.
Like, can you tell me a little more about his personality, what you've seen in him? Obviously, you came in with him when he was a freshman, but how would you describe just kind of who he is, away from football?
Yeah, I mean, he's just he's a humble guy. He's friends with everybody. He's not one of these guys who just keeps to himself or certain few people. He and I have always been friends since we first got here, and I guess you could consider this his breakout year, really. I mean, he's had successful years in the past, but I really think this defense has really helped him play to his full potential and allowing him to move around and using his quickness to his advantage. But as far as off the field, man, he's just a great guy. I mean, you can't say much more than that. That's what you want to be. You want to be a great guy, a great teammate, and he's exactly that.
Curious to go back to just when he's playing. It seems like you see spurts, where you're getting a turnover and a 3 and out, and another turnover, and then there's the times like the first couple series against Virginia Tech where you're having a lot more trouble. What do you think it'll take for you guys to become more consistent, where you're kind of playing the way you want to play all the time or more of the time?
We've just got to find the things that we're having trouble with and work on them. I mean, it's pretty much simple as that. If we can, eliminate those mistakes that we're making, and we played, like Coach Woody said today, we played 3 quarters pretty good, if not great,
Right.
at North Carolina. But it's just those 1 or 2 plays that'll get you beat in the long run against a better team. But I mean, I think one of the big things is our secondary right now. We've got to hold it down a little bit stronger back there. We've got to break up some passes, and on the front end, when we've got an opportunity to stop a run, we've got to fit it up as best as we can, and we've got to make tackles when we have the opportunity. So I mean, it's a team effort, and it takes all 11 of us to do it. And so in order to play a complete game, we're just going to have to focus on what we're bad at. As much as we don't like it, we'd all love to sit here and say we're the best in the country, but we're not, and we've got things to work on, and that's exactly what we've been doing.
1 or 2 more for Brant.